Sweet meat.
Sweet meat.
Let me introduce you to sweet meat and
sweet tits. Sweet meat or sweet tits. You want to recruit that person.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. This feels like actually odd.
Yeah.
In my hand.
Yeah, they're so small. You're not used to little meat in your hand. You're used to sweet meat in your hand.
This is not really like the sweet meat I'm used to.
Right.
Who wouldn't want a facelift? Bottom line is we're broke.
Money.
This is.
But we're happy and drunk.
I appreciate the backside more than.
We all appreciate the backside.
No.
And the insertion on the backside.
No, stop it.
Which I like to finish on the back end too. So.
Oh yeah. I'm still really hung up on
meat.
Sweet meat.
Hi everyone.
I'm Janet.
I'm Jason.
We're Gumbo Mud.
We're here
for dark beer.
And today, what do we have?
Straight money, my friends.
Money.
This is Cash Imperial Coffee Stout from Mason Aleworks.
Cash. I wonder why they call it cash. For money?
Why not?
Cash.
Everybody wants cash.
Costs a lot of cash to get a beer. Is this expensive beer? Costs a lot of cash?
Yeah, did I buy this?
I think you did,
I don't know. We can't keep track.
No. We're constantly buying, so.
We're broke because we spend
a lot of cash.
Whether you spend it or I spend it.
Yeah.
Bottom line is we're broke.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're happy.
But we're happy and drunk. No. Yeah, Cash from Mason Aleworks there in Oceanside is where they started.
Yes,
yeah.
O-Town.
O-Town, yeah. Oceanside, California here in North County, San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah, Cash.
So this, my friends, is an odd number. It's a 9.4 percent ABV, and it's an Imperial Coffee Stout coming out of Oceanside, but they closed that particular facility in fall of 2019.
2019, yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, they I don't know if they started Urge, so Urge Gastropub, there's two of them here. One in San Marcos and one in Rancho Bernardo.
Right.
Yeah, and so I don't know if they collabed with them or they actually started, but all of Mason Aleworks beers, that's where they're brewed, at Urge Gastropub, which they have amazing food there too.
They're super popular in San Diego County. Yeah,
and the one in San Marcos is right there at, I think it's called Cal State San Marcos. What's the college right there? Yeah. Yeah, and there's a bowling alley in it. There's a bowling alley, and then I think you go outside. I think they have cornhole. They have horseshoes too. I think it's huge there.
It's like a huge facility.
Yeah, and we've had this beer at Urge on draft. We've never had it in a can.
Never.
Never. So
you're seeing this can here on our review. They changed the can. It used to be a very like black and yellow.
It was black and yellow. Black and yellow. Black and yellow.
That song, black and yellow. Black and yellow. Very like Steelers, Bumblebee.
Yes.
You know, whoever you like that's black and yellow.
Yeah, it's surprising why they changed it.
Yeah. So completely I had a complete facelift, which who wouldn't want a facelift? Anyway, totally different, obviously. Taking on the dollar bill or just
no, that's actually what it's like.
Currency in general.
Yeah, the way the font, the way it is. Yeah, it looks like the dollar bill, cash. So
exactly.
Yeah, so Mason Aleworks Imperial Coffee Stout. I can't wait to try this in a can. Like I said, we had it in a draft. It's been a couple of years, right?
It's been
Yeah, we've been to Urge Gastropub, either one in San Marcos and the one in Rancho Bernardo. We usually go for their Blackout, which is all dark beer, if you guys never heard of it. So we've been there a couple of times. So we haven't had this in a long time because when we go there, that's usually what we're drinking.
Yes,
so.
Always celebrating their Blackout, which we love, and keep on keeping on.
Yes,
we will be there.
Yes.
This particular beer is brewed with, we've had this many times, Mostra Coffee.
Yes.
And I'm probably going to butcher this, so sorry. It's Costa Rican Aguas Claras beans. So those special beans that are giving us this cash money flavor.
Coffee is just so interesting, right?
I know.
The different beans that are grown in different regions, different elevations. Like, I've never heard of this. I love coffee and beer, but I don't drink coffee like you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard of this coffee, but I like Central American coffee because it's very chocolatey, very rich. It has a lot of sweet notes compared to Madagascar or Indonesian, those kind of places. Ethiopian, where they're very more bitter.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm hoping it's sweet.
Mostra, you always come through.
Mostra, yeah.
So, so they asked Mr. Cash,
which is
for a definition of this paradise of a beer.
Who's Mr. Cash?
In my eyes, Mr. Cash is Mr. Johnny Cash.
There's only one. Like, who else? Last name is Cash.
Yeah, I love me some Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash,
I grew up listening to Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, yeah.
So in my eyes, Mr. Cash is Johnny Cash. If it's someone else and we're mistaken, please
we don't care. We don't care. No, it's Johnny Cash. We don't care.
Let him know. You can
we don't care.
Know.
Yeah, it's Johnny Cash.
So he said this morning with her having coffee, our collaboration with Mostra Coffee uses Costa Rican Aguas Claras beans to accentuate the rich chocolatey notes of this fine stout.
Yeah.
Best consumed at 45 to 50 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, if Johnny Cash said that this morning with her having coffee, that sounds like something Johnny Cash would say, right?
Yeah, totally. Right. Yeah,
for us,
smooth.
For me, it's this morning with her having a coffee stout. So, yeah, he's smooth. It's Johnny Cash. So I think that's exactly where it comes from.
Yes, so. I think so too.
Yeah, so the aromas of these beers like chocolate, oats, and pronounced coffee, we'll see. 9.4% is we love.
Yeah.
As you know, 8 to 12 we freaking love. So, yeah.
The lead brewer is...
Is what? Go ahead, say it.
My boy, John Sweetmeat Jimenez.
Jimenez.
I don't know where he gets the name, but...
I don't want to know where he gets the name Sweetmeat.
It's hard to say for me.
John Sweetmeat.
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 So, the co-founder... dual co-founder.
Yeah, there's two.
I'm still hung
Rotten meat is Grant. No.
I'm still really hung up on Sweetmeat.
It's funny, like you would give, like whoever you got that name, like for him, what they put on the website, John Sweetmeat.
No, it was on the website.
Yeah, Sweetmeat.
So Sweetmeat meets Sweet Tits because I've been called Sweet Tits.
Sweet Tits.
I have. Like I don't like it, but maybe you like Sweetmeat. I don't love the name Sweet Tits. But anyway, the dual co-founders are Grant Tondro and Zach Higson.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they gave you that name. Sweet. Maybe your wife. Hopefully your wife.
Who knows? You know, it's funny. A lot of these founders, they're very good in business, and they see an opportunity, and they love beer. And when you meet a great brewer, you try to bring them and start your own business. I'm sure that's what they did with Sweetmeat.
They recruited the Sweetmeat.
They recruited the Sweetmeat. So
I mean, who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Exactly.
With a name like that, why wouldn't you? Sweetmeat or Sweet Tits? You want to recruit that person. So anyway, you ready to try this?
Is that what you did with me?
We've gone on way too long.
That's why we're co-hosts.
Yeah, exactly. Sweetmeat and Sweet Tits.
Let me introduce you to Sweetmeat and
Sweet Tits. All right. These are little ones.
Enough ridiculousness.
Yeah, crazy. Little freaking 12-ounce cans. Where are we, Colorado?
I know.
It's a 6-pack though, which is good. So
these are so. This feels like actually odd.
Yeah.
In my hand.
Yeah, they're so small. You're not used to little meat in your hand. You're used to sweet meat in your hand.
This is not really like the sweet meat I'm used to.
Right, exactly. Crazy.
I still haven't opened mine because I'm fearing what's coming.
Wow, looks dark.
Yeah.
Looks dark. 9.4%. It looks like a 9.4. Head's amazing. Bubbles amazing.
Ooh, it looks good. Woo! Oh yeah.
At least three of my fingers, which are huge.
Huge.
Jeez. Yeah.
Wow.
Both of ours. All different sized bubbles. The appearance looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's barely even dissipating. It's crazy. Super dark. Like super dark.
I can't even give mine a roll yet because it's topped out.
But look how dark that is. And obviously at 9.4 you want to see that dark. But it almost looks like a 11 or 12.
Yes.
Right?
This is impressive.
Impressive.
For sure.
I like the lacing that's starting on mine. It's very bubbly, very soapy. You know. So what do you give appearance?
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of go off of yours more so than mine because
yours aren't. Yeah, it's not dissipating at all.
Yeah, you poured yours first.
First, right? Forced
and foremost.
Yeah.
Yours is like really sudsy, soapy,
sticky.
Looks like a yummy bubble bath on top.
It does.
Yeah. I like it. Really dark body.
Super dark.
Yes. Not transparent.
Yeah. The bubbles are just crazy. All different sizes. Tight, loose, big.
Bump and carbonation.
Yeah. It looks really good.
All right. So for a 9.4.
Look your lacing there.
Yes. There we go. Holding on for dear life. It's beautiful. I'm giving it a 5.0.
So am I. Yeah, I give it a 5.2. It looks really good, especially for a 9%, a 9.4%. It looks like a freaking 12. It looks super dark, super soapy, super lacy. The lacing is thick.
Wow.
A lot of times we get lacing that's thin. That lacing is actually thick.
We don't have this often. This kind of lacing.
Look at that. Yeah.
Again, lacing is not indicative of a great beer,
right?
Or taste, exactly. But
I think it's indicative of a good brewed beer.
I think so too.
Yeah. So
yes.
So what about aroma?
Here we go.
Yeah. What do you got? You got some sweet meat?
Whoa, Jesus. I will say, I don't have a stack of cash or sweet meat, but I enjoy the smell.
Yeah? What are you getting?
A really nice blend of coffee, sweetness, I would say like a vanilla brown sugar combo.
Yeah, it's clean.
No dark fruit.
No. No dark fruit.
I know.
Which is great.
Maybe a little bit of like a raw cocoa powder.
A little bit, just a tiny bit.
Yeah, super faint.
Right.
It smells really good.
Smells really good.
Really good.
Yeah, this smells really good. It's not overpowering though. It's not like super strong.
Exactly.
But it just has just a really nice aroma. It's not super strong. You really have to take it in.
Doesn't it smell like very well blended?
Very well blended, and you get that tiny bit of sweet vanilla, right?
I know.
Yeah. No, it smells good. Yeah. No. What do you give aroma?
I'm still at a 5. They've not lost me yet.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I'd like it to be just a tiny bit sweeter. Yeah. But it's like I said, it's almost there. Like it's faint. It doesn't pop like the aromas don't pop, which you want in a 5, which I want in a 5. I want it to pop a little bit. Yeah. But boy, it smells really good. Wow.
So good.
Give it a taste.
Can't wait. It's been a long time.
Yeah, we had the draft, so it was different than a can. So since they changed the canning and the graphics and everything, we haven't had it in 3 or 4 years. It's been a while. It seems like since we had it. What are you getting?
Still good.
Yeah. What do you get?
Still a solid beer. Beyond the flavors that I smelled on the aroma, I do get a pretty fair sense of smokiness.
Smoky?
Yeah, which I am not a smoky kind of gal. I don't love smokiness in my beer. But
oh yeah.
Are you getting that too?
Yeah, but I definitely like smokiness compared to dark fruit. But it is smoky. The smokiness is on the front end. Yeah. You immediately get smokiness.
Right.
But it's not a bad smokiness. It's because we've had some that are really strong smoky. This one's not bad. But you do get it in the front end. Yes. Big time. Yeah, as soon as you taste it, it hits your palate, it's smoky.
So dark fruit to you is smoky to me, right? I have the smoky alert, and you have the dark fruit alert. And anytime either of us have those, we immediately, you know, it sets off our, like it's a little.
Yeah, I would take smokiness over dark fruit any day.
See, I'm the opposite.
Any day. Yeah. So what do you give the taste? Like, you do get the smokiness. I'm not getting much else. It's a good flavored beer, but you do get the smokiness. I'm
getting the smokiness, you know, that's my initial flavor, my initial taste. So,
so what do you give the taste for that smokiness?
I know.
If it's like dark fruit for me, like.
But it's not a lingering smokiness, thankfully. Like you said, it's front a little into the middle, but it is gone by the end.
Yes.
So I appreciate the backside more than
we all appreciate the backside. And the insertion on the backside.
No, stop it.
Oh, sorry.
Stop. No, I do appreciate the back end.
Yeah, how it finishes on the back end.
Yes, it's much more mild.
Which I like to finish on the back end too. So.
Oh yeah. Well, hello, viewers.
So what do you give the taste?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It's a solid beer.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of smokiness in any of my beers. I'll take dark fruit all day long. I'll take other things. I'll even take a beer that's just almost unflavorful. I just do not like smokiness in my mouth.
So 3.5.
3.5.
I actually gave it 3.5 too because I can't quite go to the 4. I actually like the smokiness obviously more than you. I hate dark fruit. But the smokiness doesn't bother me. It just doesn't have a lot of flavor. You get the smokiness, which I'm not crazy about, you know, that smokiness. But it's not bad. It's just not. It's not elevated. Like the taste just isn't elevated for me to give it more than a 3.5 or go to a 4 or more. It's not. I actually like it compared to dark fruit or something like that. And like we talked, it's the front end to almost the middle, and then it's gone, which is fine. But then after that, there's not much flavor. So I can't give it more than a 3.5 because there's not much flavor to it. You get the smokiness, it's gone, and you don't get much else. But it's a good tasting beer. There's just not much to it besides the smokiness.
So you're not getting chocolate, coffee, toffee, sweetness, nothing. Yeah.
Not on my palate. I get the smokiness. I get the smokiness, then it goes away, and then I just get that base stout flavor.
That's where I'm at.
And that's it. So it's not a bad taste. It's okay. It's just not elevated at all. So yeah, I gave it a 3.5 like you. So what about the texture? It's a 9.4. It tastes lighter to me. It doesn't taste like a 9.4. Even though it looks like a 9.4, it tastes lighter to me. What about you?
It poured
dark.
Yeah, it poured dark. It had like a head like no other. And no, the appearance was amazing. It just tastes lighter to me than a 9.4. I think so too. Yeah. I would say it was kind of a 7 to 8 range. Like
maybe a little less than 8.
Yeah, it's pretty light and refreshing.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't think it's upwards of 9. So
yeah, almost a 9.5.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 on texture.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in the middle of the road 3. It's like you. I think it's closer to an 8, a little less. It's not more than an 8 to me. It's not a 9.5 to me. It's just not. I want a little more body and texture on my 9s, especially a 9, almost a 10. But yeah, I want a little more, and it's just not there. So I give it a middle of the road. Stop laughing at me.
I'm sorry.
Don't laugh at me.
Sorry. I'm laughing at myself.
No, you're laughing at me. I know. So anyway, yeah, I gave it a 3. What did you give it? 3.5?
3.5.
Yeah, so what about the finish?
The finish, I always have the finish is the hardest category for me. Like
sometimes, yeah.
It really is. Like it all boils down to the finish. And would I recommend it to others?
Or if you want to take another drink, or if you want to order another one, right?
Exactly. That's more the finish for me.
Yeah.
Would I recommend it? Would I have another? I call it a multi-beer. Multi-order beer.
Right.
Considering you're in the brewery having it on draft, which we are not. We are having it out of this beautiful cash can.
Right.
I do like it. It's kind of just one of those base beers for me.
For the finish, it tastes like a base.
But it's good. It's a good, solid base beer.
Right.
I like more flavorful beers. I like vanilla, chocolate, hazelnut, coconut.
Especially on the finish. You want to finish.
Coffee and just anything. I like flavors. That's why I bake. Like, I love to make creations, or this is just it's almost like your batter when baking that you've not added anything to. Like, most recipes start with a basic batter, and this is kind of that beer to me, where you just it's missing the other components and additives,
or waiting for additives or flavors, or what direction you want to go with it.
Just didn't make it down the assembly line yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Right.
So what do you give the finish?
I'm gonna go with a 3.5.
Okay.
I think it's a great solid beer.
Yeah.
As much as I love cash like everyone else, I actually prefer, has nothing to do with the finish. This is just a side note. I prefer your other can. Like,
yeah, I do too.
It's just kind of.
Yeah, when I saw this can, I was like, wow, that's the same beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was used to the other can,
I like the other can. It popped more.
Yeah.
I know, again, everybody loves cash. Who doesn't? But anyway, my finish is a 3.5.
3.5.
It's a good beer. It's a solid beer.
Yeah.
I like it on tap at your facilities. And yeah,
it's a good base beer. I actually gave it a 3 because I think it's middle of the road for the finish. It just finishes like a standard stout beer. There's not much flavor to it. It's just kind of, it's good, but it just doesn't elevate. It doesn't take you anywhere. It doesn't bump up any flavor, whether it's coffee, vanilla, or chocolate, or anything. It's just like, it's a good base. It tastes good. It just, it finishes okay. It's like, it's good. But would I want to order another one? Or do I want to go somewhere else and get a chocolate beer or a coffee beer or some beer that has an identity?
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for. And this beer, like you said, it's almost like a good base where you want to add more vanilla and make it a vanilla beer, or add more coffee, make it a coffee beer, add more chocolate or hazel or whatever. Yes. You want to bump that flavor to give it an identity. I think they should take this beer, Cash, and do vanilla Cash or chocolate Cash, or if it is after Johnny Cash, you could take some of his songs and like you could do a lot with this beer because it's almost like a base to elaborate on different flavors to make it really good. Yes. But I just gave it a 3 because it's good, but it doesn't take me anywhere. It's like it's good. It's a good beer, but the flavors are kind of lacking. So I gave it a 3. So
okay.
So Janet, what do you give Mason Aleworks Cash?
I am giving the Cash a 4.0.
Nice, 4.0. That's good.
Overall, just a really well brewed beer. Just lacking the flavor that I look for in dark beers.
Some kind of direction.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it could be any direction. Anything. Like I'm pretty open.
Yeah.
It could be a coffee, a vanilla, a chocolate, a coconut, a hazelnut.
Yeah.
A combination of those things, a Neapolitan.
Yeah. You want them to do variations.
Cookies and cream, like.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Give me something, baby. Yeah.
But I do, like, again, I've had this on draft, which I enjoyed.
Yes.
The can version. The can version not as good as the draft, which it's usually not.
Right.
But
fresh batch draft. Yeah.
Where are you at number wise?
Well, Sweet Meat.
Sweet Meat, where are you at?
Gives it a 3.8. Almost a 4. Yeah, I think it's a really good beer, but I think we agree on this. We're on the same direction with this beer. It's a good base beer. It's a great beer. A lot of breweries do this with dark beers, especially if they are very well known for their IPAs and other beers. They brew a good base dark beer,
yes,
and they stick to that because that's not their forte. And they go off on their other beers and they just have a good base beer. This is a good base beer, but I think they need to do many variations of this beer that could be really exceptional for dark beer lovers like us. But it's a good base beer. We've had this on draft. It's good. The draft's obviously a little better because it's fresher and it's a draft compared to the cans. But it could be so much better. It really could. Like, it's a good beer. It's brewed good. It's just kind of just a good base bland stout.
So you've been there more so than I have.
Yes.
Is Mason Aleworks more so well known for their IPAs and sweet sours and...
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No, because every time I go there, what's great about Urge Gastropub, where Mason Aleworks is, they carry a lot of different beers. So a lot of times I go there, I'll have this, and then I'll have other dark beers.
That's always been me too.
Yes. And so I don't think they're well known for any particular kind of beer. Like a lot of breweries around here will specialize in hazy IPAs or something like that, where they don't. But I think they could elaborate on cash and make it different, make different variations of this to actually make it better and actually for dark beer lovers like us, make us want to go there just for those variations, which we're not getting.
Yes.
So I don't go there just for a basic beer. I don't go to any brewery for their base beer. When I go to AleSmith, their Speedway Stout is amazing. But I also get that, but I also get all the variations. I get the Hawaiian Speedway and a Vietnamese Speedway, and I get all the variations of their Speedway when I go there.
Yes.
And that's why I go there. I just don't want to go there for their base beer. And so I think Mason Aleworks should do that with their cash, because this is a really good beer. Both of us almost give it a 4. You gave it a 4, I gave it a 3.8. Gumbo Mud reviews at 3.9. I mean, anywhere around a 4 is a good beer. We just want to get some coffee or vanilla or ice cream or toffee or something where it gives it that direction where you do different variations. Don't you agree?
I agree. So in summary, I have Sweet Meat number 2 coming in at a 3.8.
3.8.
Sweet Tits,
it's coming in.
AKA me, coming in at a 4.0.
Right.
So we really love this beer.
Yes.
We see potential in this cash money. And
Gumbo Mud reviews at 3.9. We really like this beer. We just like to see variations of it. For dark beer lovers like us, we want to see variations of this beer. Add more coffee in it. Add more chocolate. Add different variations in it, and I think it would be amazing. So. Yeah, Gumbo Mud reviews at 3.9. We really like this beer. I think you'd like this beer, but just realize it's kind of a base beer. It's a really good stout beer. You're just not going to get popping flavors of anything in particular.
Well said.
It's just going to be a base beer.
Yes.
Right.
Which is good.
It is a really good beer, and at 9.5, it's got some kick to it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. So thank you guys for watching our review of Cash by Mason Aleworks.
Yes.
And click the like and share with everyone you know, and subscribe to our channel for more beer reviews.
And you can find us on Instagram, where we're giving away cash.
Cash!
Kidding.
Yeah, we wish.
But we are on Instagram. It's Gumbo Mud, Gumbo MUDD, where we put out all of our latest video releases plus some extras.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that, and some exciting stuff here coming up. So thank you guys for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.